Magandang hapon po mga kababayan. Ako po si G. Tanji mula sa Los Angeles, California. Hindi po ako nakakatulog dahil nanonood ako palagi ng mga hearing sa Senado. Talaga naman parang teleserye ang labas, ano? Pero umpisahan muna natin ang ating programa with our news from Asian Journal.
Asian Journal, the leading Filipino American newspaper since 1991.
Joining us in our Los Angeles studio is Annie Nepomuceno. Annie, nanonood ka ba ng teleserye?
Ay nako, ang nanay ko, naririnig ko gabing-gabi na. Sabi ko, ano yun? Nanonood siya nung mga hearing.
Oo.
Akala ko teleserye.
Oo. Pati sa Pilipinas may teleserye na nangyayari. Pati dito sa Amerika with Senator Warren and Wells Fargo, meron din, di ba? Okay, simulan na natin ang ating mga storya with Asian Journal. Annie?
And here's our first story. Abu Sayyaf group releases hostages over the weekend. Jihadist group, the Abu Sayyaf group or the ASG, has released at least 6 hostages over the weekend, with more expected to be freed. The first who was freed was Kjartan Sekkingstad, a Norwegian who had been held captive for a year. He was released on Saturday, September 17, after the ASG reportedly received $638,000 or 30 million pesos in ransom. One day later, the ASG released 3 Indonesian hostages who were abducted from the Sabah state in Malaysia in July. They also released 2 Filipino captives that evening. Sekkingstad was abducted in September 2015 along with Canadians John Ridsdale and Robert Hall and Filipina Test Floor while they were in a resort on Samal Island in Mindanao. Ridsdale and Hall were both beheaded earlier this year, while Floor was released in June.
Okay, well,
Nakakalungkot talagang isipin na nangyayari pa rin ito at talagang kailangan silang tubusin. Mahirap na desisyon yun, di ba? Like merong mga countries na sasabihin na no ransom policy. Pero may kapalit yun, hindi ba?
Buhay ang kapalit nun, di ba? Moving on to our next story.
A Filipina and an infant in an apparent murder-suicide in Long Beach. Neighbors and police in Long Beach are wondering what drove a 36-year-old Filipina to stab her infant son to death before turning the knife on herself sometime before 6:30 a.m. on Tuesday, September 13. Ken Ventanilla returned to his home to discover the lifeless bodies of his wife, Charlene, and their 8-week-old son, Shane, apparently following what investigators have labeled a murder-suicide. Officers dispatched to the residence found that both subjects had suffered multiple stab wounds to the upper body, according to a preliminary statement from Long Beach Police. Mother and son were pronounced dead at the scene by the fire department. The Ventanillas appeared to have a healthy and happy life, according to a neighbor of the family speaking anonymously. Charlene leaves behind another son who is 2 years old.
Our news today is very tragic, but this is the news and this is what's happening in our community. On to our last story, not very good also.
Either.
Yeah.
Yes, a 24-year-old Filipina's unexplained death spurs homicide investigation. The unexplained death of a 24-year-old Filipina from La Puente, California, which occurred sometime during the weekend of Saturday, September 17, has drawn the suspicion of homicide detectives. Nursing student Cassandra Salvador returned home from work on Saturday evening and was found unresponsive when her parents attempted to wake her the next morning. Salvador, who was reportedly in good health, was pronounced dead when police arrived. Investigators are still unsure whether or not foul play was a factor. Anyone who might have information that might benefit their investigation is encouraged to call the LA County Sheriff's Department's homicide detectives.
Okay, well, that's the news from Asian Journal. Not very happy today, obviously, but we do have a lot of events that are coming up in the community. October is a very busy month. Kaya po mga kababayan, kung libre po kayo, please join us in the community. We have a lot of fun events happening, especially with FPAC. That's the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture. And Annie, I know Ryan Cayabyab is going to be in town.
Yes, he will be at the Valley Performing Arts Center, Plaza del Sol on October 23 with the Ryan Cayabyab Singers. And tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com.
All right. Thank you so much, Annie, for being here today.
Thank you, G.
All right. Magbabalik kami dito sa Kababayan Today.